Google is a software company. More than that, it is a search engine. Google completed 8.5 billion searches a day. Our Android operating system become more popular after coming under the Google. Or Google Chrome lead the browser market, and even YouTube, Google Photos, Google Drive and many more software give Google different identity in the market. Yet whenever Google tried to enter the social media and hardware market, it failed. This may not completely correct, but okay. In 24, Google announced Orkut, which was created by Turkish software engineer Orkut by Kronten. The server was designed to help meet new and old friends and maintain existing relationship. But this social media platform is closed by Google in September 2014. This was the first downfall of Google in social media. In 28, Google announced Google Friend Connect, which was very similar to Facebook platform and MySpace ID. This was also discontinued in March 2012. In 2010, Google announced Google Buzz. It was also discontinued in December 2011. The remaining market space is acquired by Google Plus, and Google Plus was also discontinued in April 2019. You can understand how much Google tried to enter the social media, but it didn't succeed. Why don't we talk about Apple before we talk about Google hardware? Apple was started as an Apple computer company in 1976, meaning it is a hardware company which was created by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne. He left the company after 12 days, selling his entire share in Apple for $800. Apple became the first publicly traded US company to be valued over $1 trillion in August 2018, then $2 trillion in August 2020, and the most recently $3 trillion in January 2022. That's history, and now Apple looks to have a lot of things in its hardware lineup. The iPhone, which is more popular, the iPod, which was basically discontinued, MacBook, AirPods, HomePod and many more. You must understood all these things, that Google is a software company and Apple is a software and hardware company, but they design software to run hardware. They do not design software for such public companies as Google does. Google's Android operating system is open source. If you look at the definition of open source, it gives the right to use, study, modify and distribute its software for any purposes. That's why you get to see a different user interface for different phone companies. Along with this, Google also sells its services for these companies like Google Assistant, Google Map, Google Photos and many more. Well, now is the right time to talk about Google hardware. We are not going to talk about Google Glass, Google Chromebook here. We are going to talk about Pixel here, especially iPhone and Pixel. Google problem is hardware, so the first point is hardware limitations. Google bought several hardware companies, with the largest acquisition being Motorola Mobility, a mobile device manufacturing company, for $12.5 billion, and Google bought HTC's hardware business for $1.1 billion. Along with this, Google acquired Fitbit in 2022 for $2.1 billion. After that, Google sold Motorola to Lenovo while he sucked everything else. All the companies that Google acquired used to design phone, used to take all components from other companies such as a display by Samsung, processor by MediaTek and Qualcomm, and camera sensor by Sony and Samsung, and so on. Google announced its built-in processor Tensor in Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, which was heavily inspired Samsung's Exynos. Google did not have such technology, so it cannot design its own silicon. He took Samsung Silicon and rebranded it to launch Tensor. Samsung is an electronic company before making mobile phones. While the first generation iPhone was so famous, in which Samsung Silicon was used, by that time Apple had not prepared its silicon. And what happened after that? You know, the serious fight between Samsung and Apple, because Samsung announced its new series phone Wave and Galaxy. Wave used to run Bata operating system and Galaxy used to run Android, which was very similar to Apple iPhone. Is Samsung creating another Apple? That's not quite right, because Google has taken too many turns in making phones. In 2006, Google created a team that was instructed to build its own phone. That team partnered with HTC to create prototype phone called Sooner that looked similar to the BlackBerry. While Google launching Android 2.0 in 2009, Google partnered with Motorola to launch Motorola Droid. Google made its original phone Google Nexus 1 in 2010, which was a flagship phone. This was created by HTC again. And after a half year, Google stopped selling this phone. And in the same year, Google launched another phone with Samsung called Nexus S. In 2011, Google and Samsung create another phone called Galaxy Nexus. Now Google turned to LG, and LG and Google together made Nexus 4 and Nexus 5. Nexus 4 is the first phone in which for the first time Google gave it wireless charging, and Nexus 5 was heavily inspired LG G2. Nexus 6 was launched in 2014. Now its time it was made by Motorola. Although Google acquired Motorola, it was also given its name as well. But okay, look like I start checking Google history a bit much. After all this, Google had launched two more phones, Nexus 5X and Nexus 6P, which was made by Huawei and LG. Till now you were seeing Google as a software company which was giving a phone by mixing its software and other hardware.
there, like LG, Sony and many more. Now enter Google Pixel. Why did Google have to give another name? The most accurate answer to this that Google is made and designed this phone by itself. Internally, Google has taken some help from other companies, but its phone designed and developed by Google. And then Google pushed the Pixel just like Nexus. The original Pixel followed by Pixel 2 take a huge leap in terms of cameras, and then the Pixel 3, 3a, Pixel 4, 4a, Pixel 5, 5a as well as Pixel 6 and 6a. In case you are confused by A is a smaller version like iPhone SE. At the same time, Apple started as a hardware company. Apple has the best A series silicon available which it give in its phone. There is M series silicon which give in the desktop and laptop and uses silicon in its all product. But Google does not have these things. Google has this problem which is hardware. Before the launching of Pixel phone, its unboxing video is leaked. Then the second point is not good marketing. Some companies like Apple only bringing their product to the world when they have to bringing, and some people try to steal the information of their product. They try to bringing the information of those product in the market before the company. They are called leakers. This is very brief information which I am providing you. Sometimes the company themselves put their product information in the front of the people because they think that this information can be leaked. And some companies do this to increase the hype of their product, and this experiment also work a lot. We are humans, okay? We all have curiosity to know something. Apple iPhone is so popular in the market, it does not need to do this experiment. For Apple, this is done by their fans who keep running the information continuously in the market. And on other hand, Google is spread this information by itself like OnePlus, Xiaomi and nothing does. These companies constantly keep its product alive in the market, continuously omitting product information. And Google is doing all these things with Pixel. If Google is doing all these things with Pixel, then where is the mistake happening? You know that the phone design which attracts people a lot. Phone unboxing video which was put by YouTuber and blogger on their channel in which millions of views come. Staying in public eye like continuously spread information do not leave much gap in it. Google is fail in all these things. Well, the design get leaked because it's finalized first, but your unboxing video is not correct. You are thinking that the hype of your product is being created, but in reality hype decreasing. iPhone 14 was trending on Twitter before the iPhone 13 was launched. It's been 4 months since before the Pixel 7 series was launched. Till now you might not even have heard about Pixel 8. That is the second problem, not good marketing. If you know about failed companies, then click here. I am Vaidik. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.